Wake up with us, it's time to rise and shine. Morning mayhem's on the air, we're feeling fine. We got a Michael, Tomlin, and Mama Manning too. Bringing you the latest, there's nothing we can't do. Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Good morning, Woodland, and welcome to August 29th. It is a B-Day, and I believe the heat is supposed to break a little bit because yesterday was a little muggy, a little uncomfortable, especially if you're in the gym working out, and we were. And hopefully it will have cooled off just a bit.
70s.
In the 70s, really.
70s is great.
Yeah, I forgot to look at the actual. I could have looked at my phone, but we're not supposed to have our phones out. Let's all remember that. We're not supposed to have those out.
Not at all.
Not at all, except unless you're doing the news on the morning show. You need to have that out.
Yeah.
So a lot of things going on today for Thursday. You have your food drive. That's still going to be for Oxford, which we just found out. Oxford is not going to be starting school until next Thursday. So all the buses will start running, and they'll have 2 days of school before the weekend, and then they will be off again. Chromebook, make sure you're taking care of that. You're going to need that. You're going to be even more important since you're not going to have your phones around you. I'd like someone to please send some message to me and let me know what's going on with the puzzle that's out there. And I'll take a look to see what's being built at the Perler station. We haven't seen any more things on the school notice board yet for clubs or activities. Do we have the club fair going to be starting up pretty soon?
We'll know the coming week.
All right. So you'll find out if you're looking for clubs or activities, if you're new to the school, or if you're not new to the school and looking for something else to do. The club fair is a great opportunity to walk around and ask people questions about what types of things their clubs and activities do. Spring sports are about to get underway, so there's a lot going on there. Today, for August 29th, the interesting facts that happened. In 1966, this was the Beatles' last commercial performance. I don't know if they were performing on a commercial. I'm assuming it's the last time they were out there doing it like a
Where was that?
This was saying that it was in San Francisco, California, Candlestick Park.
Wow.
They came together one last time from an unannounced performance, 1969, on the rooftop of the Apple Building.
Oh, yes.
In London. So the last time they had the paying one was at the Candlestick Park. Then they did an unannounced performance on the Apple Building. And in 1949, the Soviet Union tested its first atomic bomb. They tested its first atomic bomb.
Yes, they
and
did.
that's going to tie in what today's International Day of the Year is.
I believe that was the Tsar bomb, but I have to double check.
Code name, it is Izdilia 501 or First Lightning. That's there was a replica of the Fat Man bomb. The U.S. called the Soviet bomb Joe-1.
Joe-1.
Joe-1. Today's birthdays, 1958, Michael Jackson was born. He was an American pop singer, in case you didn't know him. John McCain was born in 1936, and Ingrid Bergman was born in 1915 and also ended up dying on her birthday. Who else do we know was famous that died on his birthday?
Shakespeare.
That is correct. Shakespeare was rumored to have died on his birthday. And today, August 29th, is International Day Against Nuclear Tests. I don't know if there's any correlation between what happened back in 1949, but there very well could be. In 2009, the United Nations General Assembly established this day to raise awareness and education about nuclear weapons. And it commemorated the closure of the Semipalatinsk nuclear test site on August 29th. So those are your days for today's. Oh, I like how I did that. That was nice. That was smooth.
That was smooth.
Over the sports desk with Monday.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. No scores, no sports to announce. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's interview.
Yes, me too.
We are scheduled to meet with the captains of the football team.
Yes, we got to start getting everybody on now. Are they going to have their field ready? I did see them out there painting lines earlier this week. Yes.
That even if the track is not done, we can still have the game on the field.
So they're definitely going for it.
That's what Mr. Ogren said.
All right.
And that would be September 13th. First game, home.
So they do have some time. Who are we playing against first?
Holy Cross. And if it cannot be home, it will be at Oxford.
All right.
Okay.
Are we going to be able to make it to Oxford?
I don't know.
All right.
There's so
If
many
Oxford
roads
is
that
having
are out.
trouble getting to Oxford, then I don't know if we'll be
Yes,
getting to
but the
Oxford.
team has been practicing all summer for conditioning. They've been working hard. Oh my gosh, I went to some of those practices. The sweat, whoo, all over the place. 54 players as of yesterday.
And now, does high school have a roster cutoff limit?
No.
No, so you can have more than.
Because we would like
The
3 teams,
53-man
but we
roster.
have 2 teams, Froshmores and varsity.
Gotcha. So do they play freshman games and junior varsity games? Oh, so some of those kids would be super busy.
Yeah.
That's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
All right. And that's the sports with Mama Manning. Over to the news desk with Tomlin.
And now, with the latest headlines, over to the news desk with Tomlin.
Morning. Couple top stories here today. First off, ballot measures in 41 states are coming up this summer. There's 140 issues that individuals across these 41 states get to vote on, because on election day, not only do you select your choice for who should be your local, state, and national leaders, but oftentimes there's also ballot initiatives. So this year, everything is on the table. So some of the consequential issues, some of them less consequential. Arizona, Colorado, and California have the greatest number of ballot measures, but more could still be offered in the coming weeks. The cutoff for all the states have not yet hit. So
We usually have 1 or 2 in Oxford, and that's enough.
well, this is nationally. There's 140 issues. It's not some
Oh, my
states have
goodness.
140 issues. That in and of itself, I think that'd be awesome.
That's a lot.
So have you guys ever partook in making decisions in that, or do you skip that portion?
I try.
No, on the extra ballot initiatives.
Yeah, the extra initiatives.
Yes, I do. I try to find out what they are before, so I kind of know going in,
They're always available. It's just state websites are typically clunky and
trying to figure out where you find them.
Yeah.
Then when I get in there, there's always 1 or 2 for the town too.
Mhm.
So I have to read those quickly
Well,
because
that's
I
a good
never know
point.
where to find those.
These 140 are statewide, so there's additional local town ones that also make it on there.
Right, because I don't know. What are some of the interesting ones that could be on there? I think one of them was, should we
Well-
have a water park or something for
Oh,
Ansonia?
was gonna
I did
say-
vote yes for it.
I was going to
it's
say,
kind of cool.
nationally, the question of abortion is
Oh,
a
that's
big
going to be
one across all of these.
I can imagine that's
So-
going to be a mainstay.
So, I mean, there's questions about taxes, question about executions, life in jail, abortion access, abortion limits. All those are big national issues that you'll see across these 140. So,
Oh.
all right.
You got to wait.
Moving on, Israeli military said it has killed 5 more militants, including a local commander, early Thursday in the West Bank, as it pressed ahead with what appeared to be the deadliest military operation to occur in occupied territory since the start of the war in Gaza.
Yeah, I didn't know how to follow that one up.
So the UN also came out and told Israel to stop. Israel responded that they're conducting anti-terrorist activities, therefore it's protected. The UN currently disagrees with them. FAA has grounded SpaceX after a rocket falls over in flames at the landing.
That's
Holy
gonna-
cow.
That's going to happen from time to time. Come on, it's going to happen.
SpaceX launchers are on hold after a booster rocket toppled over in flames while landing. The FAA grounded the company's Falcon 9 rockets and ordered an investigation following Wednesday's accident off the Florida coast.
How many missions have they actually run? I'll look it up while you're.
They've
yeah.
run a lot. It's just
Yeah.
when they go boom, people
Yeah.
ask questions.
Well, yeah. I mean, SpaceX itself will
Yeah.
probably be asking questions.
Hopefully
Yeah.
they are the first asking questions.
Aren't they involved in helping to rescue those in space right now?
Yeah, they got
Yes.
to pick them up in February.
February. Imagine
Plenty-
being told you're not coming home till February. Well, there better be enough food up there. Can't watch football.
They'll be fine.
I'd be miserable.
All right.
All right, so here we go. They've ran 373 successful missions, and a partial failure, and 3 overall failures. So
It's a good
they have a
percentage.
successful landing rate of 98.8%.
I'm still not going.
And they got to go. And they got to go rescue the Boeing Starliner, which was on its inaugural mission, and they can't even get it home. I guess that's going to be coming down on its own descent, unmanned.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Sticking with Elon Musk's companies, questions about the safety of Tesla's full self-driving system are growing. All right. Tesla equipped with the technology Company says can travel from point to point with little human intervention.
Hmm.
However, when technology analysts have routinely tested the cars, they've come away reporting the vehicle made unsafe or illegal maneuvers while going through traffic and approaching stoplights.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. Have you ever
I'm assuming
driven
that
one of these cars that have that driver's
I don't
assist
have
or
I
full
don't have
automatic?
friends
I have not.
who have
It
that.
is. I don't know. For me, it's just like it's odd. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah. I have a lot of friends who are short, and when I'm behind them, I can't see them driving, but that's another story.
That's a
That
different
is
story.
that's a different
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's at least a person.
But it looks like it's unintended.
Yeah. Yeah. That's scary.
And last bit of news today, Democratic presidential hopeful nominee Harris and her Vice President Walz will be sitting down for their first major interview on CNN this evening.
Yes.
Major
And if
news.
we can just get over the battle of the mic, like whether it's on or it's off. I
Well-
guess it's supposed to be off, but now people are like, maybe it should be on. I don't
So they're
know.
resolving
well,
that
so-
by when? I don't know.
For the,
So-
oh
so
no, that's the
there's
interview. I'm
two
talking about
different
the
issues,
debate.
there's
Yeah, I'm
two
talking about the
different pieces,
debate.
two different- First off,
The
this
mics
is
will
her
be on
first-
for the interview.
This is her first interview. Just about a month ago, right after she became the presumptive nominee, she was asked when would you sit down for an interview, and she said within a month. So she's going to just about make it, depending on how long you count a month to be. There's also some criticism that her first interview is not solo because she's sitting down with her vice president. So it's not a solo one-on-one interview. It's an interview with the ticket.
Yeah,
So,
I can understand that.
yeah, there's some questions about it. I mean, she did not go through the modern system of primaries and vetting that you normally would have seen these candidates go through at this point. So some people want to see her stand by herself. Her argument is like, listen, the elections are months away. My ticket needs to get its voice out there, and my ticket will get its voice out there however it needs to do. We're working on an accelerated timeline. So you have that interesting view of, you should be doing the normal thing while the situation itself is unnormal in modern era.
Yeah, there's
We did not elect President Ford.
We did not. We've had one president in the United States that was never elected a president or vice president. So, I mean, but that's
Happens.
I know, but that's also the time period where we had the old party bosses and they would select our candidates that would be voting for us. But in the modern era of primaries and everything that comes with that, we have not had something like this. I mean, as a historian, it was kind of cool because it was almost like the party bosses were back. It was almost the old style. Now, what helped was, I mean, she was part of the ticket that all the nominees were delegates were already supporting. So it wasn't quite as dystopian as some people might make it out to be, that they just picked a random name. I mean, she literally was one of the two names that people were voting for. So.
well, and she was out of them probably the more established because when you only have 95
President-
days to
One
run,
would argue President Biden was more established than she was of the two names they're
Of
picking
the-
from.
I'm talking about the other candidates that they threw out there once
in
he had
addition.
stepped out. In addition,
That was
Yes.
more the news media throwing it
Yeah.
out than the party itself. I mean,
Yeah.
the biggest problem was, we had the primaries. These were delegates who had pledged to support the Biden-Harris ticket. It was really hers. If she walked away, then we would have had the brokered convention. We would have had the chaos. We would have had, the fighting and the drama that the news media nowadays needs. But she already had the delegates tied up. That
and I think
really
the
hers.
Democratic Party would have been in a way different spot than it currently is.
It would have been far more interesting. 4 days, 3 days is not a lot to have a fight, make up, and hug. Especially, the conventions nowadays are tailored to this spectacular. Did either one of you watch either one of the conventions?
Bits of it.
I watched both.
Yeah, I watched both just because it's like my political Super Bowl. It is awesome. But there's just so much like flashy excitement,
Yes.
rah-rah, sis boom bah.
Yeah.
To have the floor fight and then be able to hug it out with people on stage performing and speaking to make everyone, would not have happened in the modern era.
Yeah.
Well, I
So-
tell you, Governor Walz, he definitely talks like a coach, huh? The
Yeah.
energy and the pep talk reminded me of you guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you
all
saying-
you. I was watching him. I'm like, Mama Manning, this is your spirit animal.
I
He's a
could have seen you
governor.
at that convention going, "Are you ready?"
Oh my God.
I wouldn't need a microphone.
No.
I was waiting for you to like drop down from the ceiling and
Oh,
scream,
that would have been awesome. Next time.
wearing your Hawks jersey, knocking the other players over. Woodland. Oh yeah, and this guy.
And this guy. Oh, by the way, I'm introducing him.
There's your news.
Well, if nothing else, oh, hold my breath. We never came off the news, so there you go. There's the bump right there. And if it's any reminder to you after our big news chat here about the conventions and what's going on, to get out and vote. If you haven't registered, make sure that you do. So on behalf of the Morning Mayhem Show, don't forget, she's Mama Manning. He's Tomlin. I'm Amato. Good morning, Woodland.
Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Every morning at 7 a.m.
Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram too. We're streaming on Spotify, we're reaching out to you. Join the Morning Mayhem crew.
Knocking down the door.